Just in case you missed it, here's a clip from our last live broadcast. To Boise and Providence, Rhode Island, citizens gathered on the state capitol steps to protest economic inequality and the influence wealthy corporations have had on public policy. Last Wednesday, over 20,000 protesters marched in New York City, and the numbers are expected to grow as organized labor and other groups join this ad hoc movement. Now, I happened to be in New York speaking when the protests began, so I decided to go right down to the front lines to find out what this movement was really about. Many more people identify with this group in the coming weeks. It's not just organized labor that plans to throw in with them. A few days ago, I spoke to the president of the National Organization for Women, who publicly endorsed the Occupy Wall Street movement. She reminded me that the average net worth of a single white female in the United States today is around $42,500, whereas the net worth of a single African American female sits around $100. Latina females fare only slightly better with a net worth of $125. $42,500 versus $125. When we're talking about economic discrepancies, we're not only talking about the difference between the salaries of top executives and factory workers, we're also talking about inequality along racial lines. As everyone from NOW to Amnesty International, the ACLU, Greenpeace, and other organizations jump on board, I predict we are going to see one of the biggest, most profound social movements the world has experienced. Which leads me to this week's bad policy. Well, we need to cut spending, and we also need tax reform in order to address the reason that individuals in 70 cities are standing on the steps of the state capitol, stock exchanges, bridges, and town squares, quickly amassing the largest lobbyist group that Washington has ever seen. Watch out, oil, farm, and pharmaceutical lobbyists. Here comes the mother of all lobby groups, Americans who are paying the price of corporate influence on government policy. The Republicans will argue that when you tax the rich, they have to tighten their belts, and that means that they'll be hiring even fewer people.